gameplay cast. Today we are looking at the game in the Charioteer, the Tier 8 British tank destroyer. A bit of a weird one for me to play. I haven't really played this tank a lot after I done grinding it, but in the new British TD line this was one of the highlights for sure. It is really clunky though as it works. It has no gun depression and it has really bad aiming stats, but the DPM is pretty sweet for a tank that has a turret and is classed as a TD, but you shouldn't really play this like the typical TD play where you just sit and stroke your man part somewhere. You should try to play more aggressively, peak ridges, and just find the damage yourself instead of waiting for your team to open up opportunities for you. Playing on Cliff and playing in Tier 9 game, and this is one of the dumbest things you can ever do. Like, why the fuck would you ever climb there when you're top tier medium tank? It's so mind-bogglingly stupid. I don't really have anything to say about it. It's an absolutely awful play there. I don't really know what the fuck that guy was thinking. But anyways, there is two Arties, and it is a Tier 9 game, even though they already lost one of their best players and one of their best Tier 9 tanks. And now we can start making some work here. I do not have 6th Sense in this tank, but I will repeat this Tiger as this trade is just really good for me. At worst, I take 240 and, well, slightly more than 240 because, you know, Artie missed me for shitload of damage and killed my driver as well. So fun times here. Then again, the enemy team looks positioned really poorly for now. They seem to have a lot of their tanks on the 1-2 line, and that is obviously really bad for them. Trying to get these shots on the move because I don't really want to stop in the position that I was just in. Trying to aim this one though, it would be quite important to get that shot, but my gunner decides to fail me there, which isn't all that surprising knowing this gun. A pretty mediocre start for me here. We did get almost 1k free damage until Artie decided to miss me like that, and I lost half of my health. I mean, I would have still lost 240 to the Tiger P, but that wouldn't really be a big deal. Losing half of my health though puts me into one-shot range for pretty much all their Tier 9s, and that is something you don't really want to be in this situation, especially if you want to play playing aggressive. So playing aggressive at this point is kind of out of the question. I can try to snipe the VK. As I said, I don't have 6th Sense, so the VK is actually a really shitty tank for me to have up there because he can easily do the spotting. Pretty bad timing on this Eastern E5. He might be behind the hill anyways. The Waffle though, very special position for a very special Waffle player. This is your typical TD gameplay there, and this is how you typically should not play your TD if you actually want to be impactful and you know, try to win the game with your play and not just work off your teammates. But I guess we have to give him credit for not sitting on the 1-2 line like most of the rest of his team, I guess. That position he's in is still definitely better than the 1-2 line, as that is literally the biggest waste of time in World of Tanks history. Anyways, trying to make this gun work here, trying to keep some DPM up without 6th Sense is quite tricky though, as I have no idea. I think I'm spotted now, but I have no way to really make sure that I am, and if I am spotted, that same Waffle that I shot before, the one on A6, could easily just one-shot me, which is really annoying for me, to say the least. The KB4 though, with really good camo apparently. I do shoot him through the bush. I'm not sure if that hit or not, but anyways, we do spot him again, and even if it did hit, it didn't pan him for sure. But second shot though, much better for me. Track him and damage as well. Have to hide though. And now, like, obviously it's nice to have this 7-second reload, but in this case I don't really want to use it properly anyways, as I do want to be in cover for at least 10 seconds at a time, so I am not spotted while peeking, so I cannot get one-shotted by Artie or anything along those lines. And now, even though the game is like going our way in a really big way as well, they still have some nasty tanks we cannot really rush, like the Eastern E5. Even the double Russian heavies for this tank is quite awkward to deal with, as I don't have that much health, and I obviously cannot count on this armor to do anything for me. The Eastern E5 shot is just terrible. Could have just saved the money there and not even bother shooting. But the second Waffle gets spotted. It looks like he's trying to get away, but that's really not gonna happen, is it? The thing about the Charioteer though, once you aim the gun, it's reasonably accurate. I mean, at this range, it shouldn't really be a problem to hit the waffle, that Waffle, but You can see that this gun works reasonably well. You just need to make sure that you don't sit in the open too much if you get spotted while playing without Sixth Sense. The Waffle does pick up another kill. And now I should not be in that much trouble anymore. There's no way these arties are going to be aiming for me when all that shit is in front of them. So I can just sit here and farm them off if nobody else does that. And that is pretty much exactly what's going to happen here. The arty picks up another fucking kill and only then I can clean him up. So this game we took an insanely huge advantage from the fact that the enemy T-54 played like an absolute idiot, plus they had nobody else in the middle. That really made our day here much easier. The position I was using usually doesn't really work unless like they literally have nobody in the middle, and then it is one of the best positions on the entire map to be. Now, missing out on this shot in this position, well, it's not terrible, and I should have really had hit that shot. This position can get overrun, but I mean, we should have our own E75 and the BKB coming up to support really soon, so it really shouldn't be a problem to win this game, but throwing my tank away here by playing too aggressive also doesn't make any sense, and I knew that's gonna happen. I knew that the swatting engine is gonna fail me there, but there's nothing they can do about it, and now the guy's held down. I6, pretty much the same thing. I mean, if I pre-aimed that, maybe I could have hit him. Yeah, who knows if I would have panned that angle though. And again, like throughout the rest of this game, just playing support, playing passive, just waiting for the enemies to show themselves first. That shot was also a complete waste, but you know, might get lucky one of these shots, and if I picked up a kill on the E75 there, that would be massive. Now though, I just stopped shooting the E75 to try to get the easier kill on the, or easier damage on the IS, as that thing is so much easier for me to pen, but that fails horribly as well. And now just trying not to overcommit here. I do have these shots, well, these shots are quite easy for me at this point, and the IS-6 could peek me, and he probably would if the RD didn't shit on him, so that worked really heavily in my favor as well. Now peeking behind this IS, I mean, I could have gotten unlucky, but at the same time, both of them needed to shoot me, which was quite unlikely. And now that when the E75 gets picked up, this game is completely over. Let's see if I can nail this narrow shot just to do more damage. To set him on fire as well, but he did have a fire extinguisher, and it gets RD'd as well. So now it should be a really easy kill for me, and that's a GG. So pretty decent game, 4,188 experience with the double, 4,758 damage done, 1,844 assisted as well. Managed to abuse the extremely poor positioning by the enemy heavy SNTDs and the just like what the fuck play by the T-54 at the start there as well meant that we had quite a shooting gallery there, and it wasn't really contested, so not the most impressive game ever, but we did what we needed to do to win, and we were the one dishing out the damage while the others took the hits. But that's what the Charioteer is good at. It really isn't very good at taking hits, and you should really try to avoid that. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this replay cast, and I'll see you on the next one.